What do you think you're doing? Troops, surround this rogue!
I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the Sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melve, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Ramon's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the Sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear? We'll have our chance.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Thought you could hide, eh? Oi! Halt!
'Tis good to be reunited.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they travel only during the day.
Oh dear. What am I to do? I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
Need anything?
Fancy a look at one drop. Well met, son. How might I be of service?
This really is fine craftsmanship. This part's a bit different as well.
Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. Just 'tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here. You will want to hear this. 'Tis information of great import. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us... As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. It would be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? Very well. I would not think to press you on this matter. Perhaps you would consider taking on a different task then. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I? Very well. I would not think to press you on this matter. Perhaps you would consider taking on a different task then. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to Your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time Adiza demanded Waldor amend the code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell, but our laws dictate that your majesty is our rightful. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? Very well. I would not think to press you on this matter. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to... What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, your majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight.
We have been charged with the felling of monsters.
I foresee naught but success on the path that lies ahead.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Need anything? Many thanks. This really is fine craftsmanship.
Oh, 'tis you. Thank you again, sir.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melv? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have that girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares.
Here you are, sir. From me to you.
Welcome and well met. Don't think I've forgotten your discount now. Do come again.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
All this work and not a shred of gratitude.
Monsters and bandits are a plague upon my business.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Why?
Welcome, good sir. Should you so desire, I can help you find your truest self. Much obliged, sir.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Have a look.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour? Much obliged.
Master, I'm not sure how much longer I can keep going without rest.
I fear for our chances if we were to be set upon now.
Undead!
Holy attacks ought to prove most effective against it.
The sea lies in the distance, and beyond it, the land unknown.
For good or ill, we cannot truly know what awaits us till we tread the land ourselves.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the road?
Ah, how I've longed to embrace my bedroll. I served one master who had every pawn change vocation upon a whim. It was a bit befuddling, but each to their own.